Okay. Iman Gadzhi's monk mode completely transformed my life. I'll briefly explain what monk mode is, but I will link in the description and it will pop up in one of these corners a video from Iman Gadzhi who basically explains it in much more detail on how to implement it into your life. I'll be mainly explaining how it's changed my life and does it really work? That's the big question. I'll briefly go into what it is now. Basically, there is a way where you implement small things into your life every single day for around a minimum of 21 days, so 3 weeks, to up to a maximum of 3 months. I think most people do it around 2 months. And then you stop, and it's a cycle. So you may do this from, January to February. You may do it from, the opposite, November to, December. It depends on you. But what it is, basically, the first 3 factors which are non-negotiable. You have to do these 3 every single day. The first one is 10 minutes of meditation. You might think, oh, that's not very much. Meditation's more harder than you think, because no one trains their mind nowadays. Everyone, it just weakens their mind by just watching so much crap on the internet. So that's why people find it so hard to focus. And that's what meditation is. It's basically training your mind to bring your mind back to a single focus, which is focusing on your breathing. Every time your mind drifts and wanders, that's good, because that's an opportunity for you to bring it back to your breathing. If you can, then that's training your mind. That's what meditation is. Minimum of 10 minutes a day. If you can do more every single day, if you can do 30 minutes every single day, which is what I do, and I'll explain why in a second, then go for it. The second one, 30 minutes of exercise every single day. That doesn't sound like much at all. And don't go up there and suddenly be like, oh, that's so easy. I'm going to do 2 hours. Do 2 hours of exercise and then have a rest day the next day. So that's not what this is. That's just a regular training day. Monk mode is doing this every single day. No rest days, no excuses, 30 minutes minimal of exercise. That could be working out, going for a run, skiing. It could be anything. Something that's going to get your blood pumping. Something that's healthy and productive for your body. And then the last one is no weed or alcohol. I've been doing this for the past year now, and it has really changed my life. And I'm a 17-year-old kid. So, obviously, every other 17-year-old kid who I know, obviously not everyone is the same, but everyone that I know who's around my age definitely drinks alcohol and definitely does weed. And most of them are miserable. So, there's that. And I'm now building myself up where I'm not miserable. No weed, no alcohol is a very important factor. Probably the most difficult one as well. I have a video as well explaining how to break addiction and habits. You can go watch that as well. And then this is where other things come in, other variables. So those are the non-negotiables. Then you have other variables, things you can add in that you want to do. Say for me, I want to be one of mine extra variables. I think most people do is 3 variables that they've added, and obviously then you have the base non-negotiables. So most people have 6 things that they do throughout their day, which is for 12 hours during your whole day. Obviously that's not actually how long it is because people wake up at different times, but it's a lot of time to do these small things. Mine is 30 minutes outside of fresh air, sunlight on my eyes. Usually I do this in the morning, and this is also where I get my meditation in, 30 minutes. I meditate outside and I get that fresh air straight away. It doesn't have to be in the morning, it can be in the middle of the day, it can be at the end of the day when you're seeing the sunset go down. So it can be at any point, but this is what I do. So this is why I have 30 minutes of meditation and 30 minutes of fresh air. That's one of my extra variables. And then what else do I have? I have a pull-up bar downstairs. As I enter the kitchen, every single time I go into the kitchen, 10 pull-ups. Every time I exit the kitchen, 10 pull-ups. Every single time. And I'm a hungry fucker, so that doesn't deteriorate me from losing my appetite. And then there are other factors you can put in, like no caffeine, I don't know, no social media. There are so many things you can add in, stick to your diet. So that is what the beauty of this. Everyone's monk mode is going to be different from someone else's, because there are other things you add in which you want to improve in your life, which is good. I think you do this for around 21 days to 3 months. I tend to do this around 2 months. I think most people do this as well. I think even Iman Gadzhi does this as himself. 2 months is around what he does. Don't go any more than 3 months, because then obviously it's like resetting your brain. So this is how it's changed my life. It resets my brain. But if you do it for the whole year and you never stop, well, you're just constantly resetting your brain, which is not really healthy. And it probably would be worse on your body. It's good for me to reset my brain, because after a while, it's like I'm reborn. I've noticed that I'm way more grateful to life, and that I've already done 1 cycle of this. And I find that I am so much more willing to work. I mean, ask me a year ago, I'm 16, in college, doing alcohol. None of these I was ever doing, never working out, never meditating. I mean, I was unhappy, miserable, and I would never have created this channel. I would never have had the willingness or the competitiveness or the idea of creating this, working for this. I would have never bothered. Now, it's like I'm a completely different person, and that is what Iman Gadzhi's monk mode has done for me. So yes, it works. Does it work? Yes, it really works for me. If you stick to it, you have to stick to it. Don't bullshit and find an excuse, because that's not sticking to it. That's not trying your 100%. So stick to it. It will improve your life. I mean, it's changed my mindset completely. I mean, I look forward to working now, which I never would have done before. This is like homework for me. Filming, doing the research, coming up with a title, writing the description, all this kind of stuff. It's like homework. But, most people my age hate homework. I do hate homework. But this, I enjoy. I've come to enjoy it now. I come to plan everything the day before for the next day. So it's unlike anything that's ever... I don't think there's any other program that's kind of like helped me this much, like before, ever. So Iman Gadzhi's monk mode really does help me. And mainly because I stuck to it. I stuck to the rules. I threw away my ego and I stuck to it. What else? I mean, I think the major factor that actually got me to create this YouTube channel was, yes, after monk mode, I became way more willing to try new things, to experiment, and to do the best I can with my own mental health. Like improving this as much as I can. But also, you probably saw on Iman Gadzhi's Digital Renaissance, which was a phase he had of, I think it was over a course of like 4 videos. And in one of the end ones, he said, after the Digital Renaissance, he said that create a video and explain how it's affected my life. And I don't think I would have ever made a YouTube channel if I'd never watched Iman Gadzhi's videos or Hamza's videos. I don't think I would have ever created a YouTube channel. And if I did, I wonder what it would be on, because it definitely wouldn't be on its self-improvement. It'd probably be on some, I don't know, unboxing or something. I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, that's what I mean. It's completely changed my mindset, like completely, and for the better as well. 100% for the better, because I'm happy, whereas before I wasn't. So why would I keep doing things that make me unhappy? Why would I not want to do things that makes me happy? I mean, going outside. When was the last time you stepped on a crunchy leaf, climbed a tree? All right, we're getting off topic now. And then I think I've noticed from changes that I've been doing to small little, because these are small little things that you're doing and implementing throughout your day, from monk mode, meditation, bit of exercise, no weed or alcohol. That's a big thing. And I've noticed it changes small things that I usually do throughout my day. I listen to music all the time. It's a big part of my life. I love music. And I would even use to the point where I go down to brush my teeth, I'd listen to music. After this, I go brush my teeth and I just kind of listen to the silence. Go outside as I'm meditating, silence. Whereas usually I would need to have music. Not I want it, I would need it. And then I kind of noticed, I didn't even realise I'd stopped doing that. I didn't even realise it. I kind of looked around and I was like, holy shit, I'm not listening to music. Oh, cool. Carry on with meditating. Bring my mind back to the focus of my breathing. That is how monk mode has changed my life. Basically made me think healthier and therefore make healthier decisions. Completely changed my life where I'm happy. Yeah, it really works. You should go try it. I 100% recommend it. Go for it. It's gonna look like that there's not really any progress happening for the first 3 weeks, the 21 days. It won't feel like anything's happening. That's why you have to have a minimal of doing this for 21 days, because after, you start to realise these small changes in your life. You start to feel more grateful about life. These small changes start after a bit because you've trained your brain to be delved into this world of depression for years now. So obviously it's not going to fix overnight like that. You need some time to let your brain reset. And then after, you can start building up for better. Alright, we'll leave it at that. I'll put in the descriptions links to his videos that explain how to actually do monk mode in much more detail. And if you are wondering and the thought comes to cross your mind, oh, is this working? Trust me, trust the process, it will work. Because those 2 months are going to pass anyway. No matter what you do, whether you don't do it or you do it, they're going to pass over anyway. So you either did do it and you notice the difference, or you don't and you regret it. So either way, those 2 months are going to pass by. It's up to you. It's up to you how you could want to use them. Alright. Thank you guys. Go watch Iman's videos, do the best, and trust the process.